Hello. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing how to add more fruits to a Fruit Ninja game that I made in a previous video. So, if you haven't watched that video, please take a look at it now, as in that video I explained how to make the actual game using one watermelon. And here's the demonstration of the game. So, this game is interesting, but it's not really that fun unless you have more fruits. So, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing how to add more of them. So, the first thing we want to do is naturally, we want to add another sprites, or some more sprites, which are fruits. So, let's do that. And for that, we're going to go in here, and we can just go to food, since fruits are food, and here's some fruits. So, for this demonstration, I'm going to be using an apple. You can use any fruits you want if you want to stick with Fruit Ninja, or you can add a taco or whatever you really want. And I'm going to add the apple. And the same way we did for the watermelon, you'll see that we made a costume in our previous video in which it's cut in half. So we're going to do the same for the apple. So we're just going to right click this, duplicate. And now we're going to do the exact same thing that I did in the other video, except we're not going to select the entire thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert it to bitmap. Then we're going to try our best to select exactly half of the apple. So that's what I did. And I'm going to move this to the left. And then here we have a basic apple cut in half. If you know how to do more, then of course you're welcome to do more. That'd look awesome. But this is a simple way to make an apple be cut in half, and this works for our needs in Fruit Ninja, because most players will probably not be zooming in to see how good the apple is cut in half. So let's name this half dash apple, and we can just keep that apple. And I'm just going to reduce the size because, as far as I know, an apple is slightly smaller than a watermelon. So, yep, that was good. Actually, no, that's made the size of strawberry. I mean, 80. Yeah, that's better. So, now, what we want to do is we want to drag the code from the watermelon over. Again, if you did not see the code in the watermelon, please look at that video. And I will link that somewhere up here and in the description below. So I'm just going to drag this until the apple starts shaking, and that, and the same with here. Right. And I'm going to see that I have both. Indeed I do. So there's only one thing we really need to do until we get to the juice, of course. And we need to make sure that these costumes are labeled correctly, because right now they're still of the names of the watermelon. So I'm going to make this apple, since the apple is full, and half is the same as half apple. So now we'll see that it seems to work. But you'll notice one thing, that whenever I cut the apple, the juice doesn't come. And that's because I'm making it so that if you looked at the code in the last video, then this apple is broadcasting message 1 whenever it touches our mouse. So it says to go to the watermelon. And when you cut an apple, a watermelon does not start emitting juice. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate. And because apples have a different juice, you can change the color of the juice if you'd like. And maybe I'm going to make this a kind of whitish color, because the apples I eat are generally kind of white. Maybe a little bit red. Yeah, that's good. So now we're going to make a new message. So when the apple gets cut in half, instead of broadcasting message 1, we're going to make it, and let's keep with the theme, message 2. Very creative. So now we're going to make this so that instead of when I receive message 1, message 2, and go to Apple. Let's see how this works. Okay, that's fixed, that's placed, and yep, that's awesome. It's working great. So now what we can do is we can use the same kind of instructions for all kinds of different fruits. Maybe we can make 2 apples. Of course, you'll still have to make different messages. Maybe we want to add a strawberry. So just to review one last time, I'm going to add a strawberry. Okay, and let's go into strawberry. That's in food. So now I have the strawberry. Okay, so what I want to do first is I want to remove all of the dancing strawberry sprites, because in Fruit Ninja strawberries do not dance. So I'm just going to trash all of these, and I'm going to convert to bitmap and do exactly the same thing that I did with the apple. I'm just going to do my best to take half of this. Remember not to accidentally do too little, because otherwise you might have a little piece of green or the color above it, and then that can kind of ruin the game. So we'll try our best to take the entire thing. Yep, that's good. And again, as far as I know, strawberries are not twice the size of watermelons, so I'm going to make this 50. Yeah, that's good. So, oops, I accidentally have made this the main one, so I'm just going to hit Control C. Control C, okay. So, if you accidentally made the same mistake as me, this is how you would fix it. Just the entire thing, snap it back together. There. So, now we are going to name it the same, okay? So, full and half. Oops. Half. And now we want to just move the code from our watermelon, or you can also move it from the apple, your choice, into the strawberry, because it's just not worth dragging it all again. I was going to say typing, but you don't type in Scratch a lot. So now we're just going to make sure we have the code, and then we're going to change the costume names to their corresponding ones in a strawberry. So half apple is the same as half, and we're going to do the exact same as juice. So I'm just going to duplicate it entirely, and then change the color. So strawberries to me have a really dark red juice, the ones that I eat. So I am going to make it a nice and dark red juice, but not way too saturated. Yep, that's good. And now I'm just going to make another. Wait, before that I should probably go strawberry. So now I'm going to make a new message called, and you guessed it, message 3. Okay, so now we have all of the 3 fruits, and feel free to add some more. And now we have a fully functioning Fruit Ninja game in Scratch. So I will share this project that I've made so that you guys can take a look and actually look at some code, and I'll put the link in the description. And thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and were able to make the game if you were following along.